Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Market Track. I'm Abuzar. We are into mid-June now, and we're going to be looking at the housing market within Ottawa and the surrounding. I'll be dedicating a couple of minutes from now on at the beginning of each video just to explain the market. We can always, anyone can just go through numbers and get it done with. I think there needs to be a bit of a discussion every month about what's happening with our market because it is changing on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Looking at the freehold residentials, we are seeing a shift in demand for townhomes. Now there is a escalation in a number of listings, which is good for buyers, but this is very important to note for both sellers and buyers. These options are available to those buyers who are flexible on the location of a townhouse and the age of the townhouse and the upgrades that it may need. So while we saw about a month ago or two units that were townhomes dated plus 15-year-old would sell in multiple bids, that's not the case anymore. So buyers are looking for homes that are newer, updated over time, and because of the low interest rates, they are willing to pay 50 or 100K more than asking. The average sale prices has gone up. So if you see homes aren't selling in drastic range as they did 2 or 3 months ago, that's not necessarily because things are slowing down. It's because the average sale price has gone up. So the sold price to the average price, it's basically a narrower percentage in terms of sold amount. So that's that. What I'm also seeing is the demand for single homes. Insane. Incredible the change. I know as developers too, people looking to build it, they're really for years and years the focus has always been on what's the zoning for this property, because I want to build a townhouse, several townhomes or semi-detached. But now the demand for single homes is just incredible. Westboro just broke a record. New builds, nice finishing touches. I wouldn't say high end. In Westboro just sold for $3 million. In Orleans Village, we had a 1980 single home, a larger home, fully updated, very well done. Upgrades was listed for 1.4 and actually sold for 1.6 million, and this is basically surpassing Canada in what I'm looking at in that category and bracket. So in Canada, in Uniform built a new home, newer home I should say, a couple of years old in Canada Lakes, built by Uniform. That home was listed around 900,000. It had 14 offers and ended up selling for 1.3 million. So the demand for single homes, it's just off the roof, and what a change we're seeing. So that's my take on it. Another question I've been asked on the listings that I send you guys on MLS, you see a DOM, which is days on the market, and then CDOM. What's CDOM? So that's basically cumulative days on the market, and you can see this picture that I'm just posting here just for you to see the process of how the cumulative days are calculated. It's basically sometimes the different stages that a home comes on the market may get canceled, may get conditional, and come back on the market, and that takes the total number of days instead of the days on the market. So that's another thing I wanted to explain. So for sellers and buyers, it's really a point of flexibility for buyers. And for sellers, even for the properties that do stay on the market, considering the higher average price that's been set, for sellers, properties are still selling. But I find sellers are very agitated if the property doesn't sell within a few days. What's going on? Why isn't it selling? And those are the sellers that if they give into the situation, they end up giving the property to a buyer who's waiting to take it at the price that they're willing to pay for. We're seeing properties that, yes, they don't sell, they're dated, they're aged, but less than a month they end up selling with a very good price regardless. So expectations on the buyer's end, you have to be a bit more flexible. On the seller's end, you have to be a bit more patient. So that's that. So let's get into the numbers. This chart I have for you, it basically gives you an overall stats on Ottawa and surrounding. There is a bit of a discrepancy on the charts that I'll be showing you. What I focus on is more central. So I'm taking into factor no further, further than Orleans, Blossom Park, Finley Creek, Kanata, and so on. But these numbers are a bit more extended, hence the discrepancy. So looking at the residential, first looking at the number of sales, comparing 2021 to 2020, you can see that we're basically 67.4% higher in volume, 1779 versus 1063 year over year. And the average sale price for these category freehold residential is 471,000 approximately, compared to 548,000. And the average days on the market, which we talked about, 2021 9 days as opposed to 2020 31 days, and that's basically has reduced 71.6%. And looking at the CDOM, which we talked about, cumulative, 2021 11 days as opposed to 40 days for 2020. Again, very close to the days on the market, 72 minus 72.6%. Looking at the condominiums, number of sales, 517 in 2021, 279 in 2020. So it's up approximately 85% difference. And in terms of the sale price average in condominiums, 424,000 approximately, as opposed to 2020, 343,000, 23%, 24% increase. Days on the market that a unit sits in the market, 2021 for condominiums, 12 days as opposed to 20 days. For 2020, that's a drop of 40% almost. And again, CDOM, 16 days for 2021 and 26 days for 2020, and that's almost 40% as well. Very close. I'll leave you to look at the rest of this table. Please remember to like this video and to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It will help me a lot just to get this information out. If you enjoyed it, just please do share it with your friends and family members and colleagues, just for everybody to benefit from this as you are, I hope. So that's that. Moving on to the categories: residential, condominium, and then rental properties. It's very interesting to take a look and see. For the residential freeholds, for the month of May, we are looking at 817 active listings and 1,225 sold. The gap is basically getting close to one another gradually, month after month, since March. And then looking at 2020, for month of May, we had 701 active listings and 681 sales. Okay, looking at the residential sold price to original price list price ratio For May, it's 110% approximately, as opposed to asking for a year over year 2020. Now, again, there is the drop. I don't see a need for concern. It's just the market adjusting itself. I personally think a drop of 5%, overall, considering all different categories and different areas of the city, it's normal. And again, it's still 110% to a list price that has adjusted itself. So the average list price is higher now compared to a couple of months ago. So this is pretty much the same as it was before. There was a bit of a 3-week period that I felt like everything was slowing down. That may have been a good window for some buyers. But again, I feel like it's just escalating again. Things are picking up. Looking at the residential days on the market, so May 2021, 8 days as opposed to 22 days. So significant drop as we looked at previously. Looking at the condominiums portion, the month of May, number of active listings, we have 437 and 477 sold. And again, we are seeing that there is more units coming on the market. Looking at the previous year, 2020, we had 340 active listing as opposed to comparing to the 273 sold units for condominiums. Okay, looking at the condos, sold price, close price to original price, so list price ratio, we have 105% for May and asking 100% year over year. Again, same explanation with the residential fields. I'm actually seeing much more demand for condos now. Condo units that may have had higher condo fees per month, legal issues. Buyers seem to just oversee that now, and they're just going for it anyways. So that's an interesting thing to see. Days on the market, May, 12 days as opposed to last year, May, 21 days. And now looking at the rentals, and the rental market has exploded in my opinion, and I see a lot of tenants which are future home buyers coming from Toronto. Significant. I can't explain the number of agents that are calling for my rental properties, that they're just sight unseen. They don't even want to see the unit. They just send the application and the offer. So, and their positions and then the financial status, jobs, everything is just everything is fine. So these are individuals coming to rent. They don't even need to see the house, get into Ottawa to buy. So looking at this situation, people coming from different cities, perhaps the immigration, which may open up more immigrants, coming in, a portion of that, and more confident buyers. I have a feeling that around September, October, we might see another increase, which again, hope not too much, because I personally would prefer putting conditions for buyers and so on, and for a balanced market really. Now rentals, as you can see, we have active listings for May 367 and rented units 388, so it's basically very close. And what a difference between December and January. Look at that, huge inventory available during those months. So some units were actually, some landlords were giving a month of rent free, and they were concerned what's going on, and look at the difference. It's just night and day. And then looking at the rental days on the market, pretty much the same. 22 days for May and 24 days for May of 2020, year over year. So that's my take on it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with friends, family, and colleagues. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to get in touch with me. Text, email, phone call. I'm always available and love to talk to you guys. And we'll see you until next time. Take care.